Hello guys, welcome back to another devlog video of the Waffle time game. So today I want to make the Waffle system that you can get points and that the waffles are spawning on different random locations. So basically what I want to make is, if I go to the room right here, I want to make a flexible system that gonna look how big the room is, then subtract the walls from it, so it's gonna be inside the play area, and then it's gonna decide randomly where to spawn the waffle. And then you have one problem to tackle, is like if a waffle gonna spawn right here and it's gonna fall, it's always gonna be on top of this platform and not under it. So I need to make I can choose two different ways to fix that. So basically I can make a spawner individually than the normal spawner and put it around somewhere here, but then you have always a point where you know that there gonna be a waffle. But the other system is I'm gonna make another layer with the waffles and then have like a different system for it, so that sometimes the waffle can go through this block, like above it, so it's gonna look like it's gonna be floating above it and falling on top of here. So I can do that basically, but I will try some other things too, so we will see that. I'm gonna make a new folder. So basically in this folder is gonna be the weapon spawning, the waffle spawning, and the armor and health spawning. Not really the health spawning, because the waffles are the health, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna create a new object. So this object has a create event, and in this create event we're gonna have a few variables, because the object is now gonna do this when it's created in the game. So if we go into the room, it's gonna create this object, and then you will see the object is gonna do this code. So basically we want the room width of it. So we're gonna subtract the walls with it, so it's gonna be basically minus 64, because 64 is one block in the game. Because if you have a look right here, this collision sprite is 64 by 64, so basically it's exactly like that. But then you have another problem, because 64 you need to divide it by 2, so basically we need to have this. So this value would be the right value, so it's the room width, and also subtracted this block, the first block, and then it's subtracted the half of the other block, because the waffle is going to be in the center of the block, so it's not spawning at the block itself, it's going to spawn in the center of that block. So that's this way. So we're gonna make like a custom variable like this, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a second one. So this is on the right side. So basically we've got the room width on the right is this value, and then basically on the left side it's going to be different. So the left side is of course different, because we don't need this variable right here. It's only gonna do it like this, so we're gonna do plus right here. So basically the left on this room, you know, if you have a look right here, it's gonna give you the coordinates in the room itself. So basically if I go to the left, it's gonna start with 0. If I go to the right, then my room width is 1280 something. Yeah, 1280. So basically, I could also put this variable. I can put 1280 in here, but I want to have it different sizes. So basically, if I'm gonna make this room bigger, I don't have to change this value. So basically, it's always correct. So that also counts for the y value. So basically, if I go on top, it's 0, and then if I go down, it's a higher number. So basically, yeah, basically that. So you have like 0 is on the top left, and then at the right bottom, it's then the size of the room. So it's like that working in this game. So basically, this is then a way to see in which coordinates we can start placing the random waffles. So we need to have a different height also, because we need to consider it, because if we're gonna build like a roof on top of it, we need to have a flexible system that it's gonna see that there is a roof. But if I'm making a rule for myself, like every game cannot have a roof for that, like there, right here, then yeah, we don't have to do that. So basically right now I want to have it like on 100. I think that's a good value to start with. So we do room, or no, we're gonna do spawn height 100. So it's always on this, but we can make it flexible because we can do random range, and then we go like, we can spawn it from 100 to 150, but I want to be a little less, so 120, 90. So in this value, in between these values, the spawn height is. And this we're gonna randomize every time, because then you have like random heights for the waffles to spawn. So I think that's great. So for now I'm gonna change this to a better value. So I will do that now. So this values will correct it. So this is a good value for it. So basically it's good right now. So what we're gonna do now, we have the locations we can spawn it in, but we don't know the object that we can spawn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the game folder. We're gonna make a new game folder, and we're gonna call it spawnables. Let's say entities. Spawnable entities. So basically, this is gonna be the waffles, the weapons, and etc. So we're gonna make like object waffle. So it's like that. We're gonna make it nothing for now. We're gonna make a simple sprite for it. So I'm gonna go in the game folder in the sprite section. Then we're gonna go to add group. We're gonna make spawnables entities. Then we're gonna create the object waffle, or no, not the object, the sprite. And then I'm gonna draw a little waffle right here, but I'm gonna make it easy and ugly. This is just for right now. It will change in a later version of the game, of course, because this looks really ugly. So we're gonna make it like this for now and do it like so. It's like a little coin, but it's gonna be, you know what? I'm gonna make it red. So basically this is gonna spawn. We set the origin in the center, and that's what I mean with spawning it in the center, because this will probably be less big in the game itself. So I think that's good, because wait, this too big. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, like this, because otherwise my character is gonna be much bigger than this. So what we're gonna do right now also is you have like automatic mode, and then this for the collision, and the collision is basically a box that if you interact with that box, it's gonna do different stuff that you decide in the collision event. So basically the image is larger than this thingy itself, but that doesn't matter for now. So now we know that we can spawn a waffle in the game. So we're gonna make a timer system. So basically we want a timer because we have random ticks in game that we decide for spawning a waffle. So we also need the max waffles on screen, because otherwise if no one's gonna pick the waffles up in the game, then you have like a billion waffles in the end, and then the game is gonna be laggy. So we don't want that. We're gonna have a max spawn amount, and the maximum spawning amount is 5 waffles on screen. So basically the thing is, in the game you need to go to the waffle so fast as possible, because otherwise other people will grab it and get more health for it. So they're gonna be having more points and health, so they're gonna obviously win, and you don't want that. So I'm keeping this number rather low, because otherwise the game is too easy, and if I make it too low, it's gonna be too hard. So, and you don't want to have it too high, because then it's easy. I said it wrong, but don't. It's gonna be okay. So basically now we're gonna go. We created this, so we're gonna go to the step event, and now every time, every second in the game, it's gonna run this code right here. So basically what I want to do is to get a reminder. I'm gonna put it right here, then I put a green line right here. This is gonna be gone in a later date, because this is only for me, so I don't have to switch tabs all the time. So I want to make this if timer equals greater or equals, then I have a maximum timer, but that's random. So random, high random actually, because it needs to be rounded off. So high random range, and then maybe every 3 or 4 seconds. So basically, if I go to the calculator right now, 1 second is 60 frames in game. So basically do that times 4, and it's 240. So I want to have 240, and the maximum that's gonna do that is like 480. Let's say that 480. So basically, if the timer is somewhere in this, we're gonna reset the timer to start all over again, and then we're gonna spawn a waffle when it's not the maximum spawn amount. So if the instance, and then right here it's gonna be number obj waffle, is less than the maximum spawning amount. So basically this function is gonna count how many raffles there are in game. So if there are less than the maximum spawning amount of raffles, we're gonna do this. We're gonna spawn a waffle. So we're gonna make the code nice right now, because otherwise you cannot read it. So now we're gonna comment it, because otherwise I will forget it, and then spawn a waffle only when the we not hit the max spawn amount yet. So, and then right here, spawn the waffle. Reset the timer. And then right here, check for the right time value to spawn a waffle. I really cannot type. So basically what I now want to do is spawn the waffle. So we're gonna do instance create layer, and then we're gonna do X and Y, and then choose the layer. And basically what we want to do is go into the room itself. We're gonna make a new layer, and we're gonna name it spawnable instant entities. Spawnable entities. Then we're gonna copy it. We're gonna paste it right here, and then obj waffle. So this waffle is gonna spawn on that location, but it's always the X and the Y coordinate of this object. So what we want to do now is we want to make it like this. So it's gonna be random. So random, no, not random, random range, and then this value and this value. So it's gonna choose a random value from this one and this one. So this can go away. This all can go away. Then we only need the spawn height value right now. And then we put the spawn height value right here. And what we also gonna do is we're gonna reset this so it's a different value for the other raffle. We set the height value. So we're gonna make it random again. And then basically we have a working system. So what we need to do now is I need to comment this. So basically I'm gonna do that now. So now it's looking much better than normal. So what we do now is we're gonna spawn it in with the server. So when we create the server, so only the server is gonna create the spawning thingies, because that needs to be right there. So we're gonna create the game, let's say, what you call this, game objects, to make it easy. So we're gonna do instance create. You know, I'm gonna do that with the new function right here. Oh, well, wait, we don't have that. And then X and Y. And then we need a layer of it. J HP spawner. And the layer is gonna be instances. So basically now we have it working, but the only thing we need to do right now is we need to make gravity and collision in this object. So first of all, we gonna go and make it look like the waffle. Then what we also gonna do is we're gonna take some variables from this player. And sorry if you hear that, but some people are really shouting out loud outside, so sorry for that. So this is the gravity that we have, and then we have the v speed, vertical movement basically. And then what we're gonna do is we just gonna copy it right here and then do like this. We're gonna go to the create event and we're gonna put it right here. So basically we're gonna fall down, and then when we hit the collision, oops, I did something wrong. When I've hit the collision, we gonna do this. So basically, if we hit a collision, then we gonna move as close to the collision as possible, and then set the v speed to 0. So we laying on the ground. So basically that should be working. So yeah, we can show it in game, I think. So let's have a look. So now for the moment we all been waiting for. Is the waffle gonna spawn? No, of course not, because I forget something really stupid. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Basically what I've not done is I've not incremented the timer itself. So of course I need to increment the timer. Increment the timer. Sorry for being so stupid. That's because I have pressure of the YouTubes. I'm not used to make videos in coding at the same time. Alright, now it should be working. Let's have a look. Is it gonna spawn? Is it gonna spawn? I did not see a waffle. Why do I not see a waffle? Alright, we don't see a waffle right now because, I don't know, we should try to find it, why it's not working. So basically I think it has not been spawned in the room, but I can be incorrect with that. So basically I'm gonna go to the spawning and I'm gonna draw some text. So draw text, we're gonna do 360 and do like timer plus string timer. So basically now we can see the timer, and we gonna do draw set color. We're gonna make it see black, and we're gonna have a look. And now we can see when this timer is showing up, we can see that it actually has been spawned. So you see right now it's not spawned. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go to the server and do this differently, because this has not been working. I think is when the host variable, let's say if we go to the create event and we're gonna go right here, check if you are the server. If instance exists obj server, then you are the server, and spawn the server objects. Create the server game objects. So basically this is a fix for it, because only the user that's actually is the host is gonna create that object, and it's gonna create one time, and it's always in the good room, because yeah, it's always in the good room. So you see we have like these waffles now spawning in different heights. It's not falling, but we have them spawning, so that's good. And you see the timer right here, and I think it's actually a little bit too fast. And now you see it's on the ground. I don't know why that was not working, but we can fix that. That's not difficult. So I think that's, wait, it's gonna be right here. Sorry for the plane, by the way. Oh my gosh, plane, go away, leave us alone. So this timer is not really needed anymore, so we can delete it. And there's nothing wrong with the spawning thingy, it's with this one. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increment the v speed with the gravity, and now it should be working, because it's gonna fall to the ground. No, it's not falling to the ground, because the y isn't the v speed. So basically what I just can do is make this the y, you know, I'm gonna do it like this, y equals v speed, and I'm gonna plus equals it. So alright, now it should be working. So the v speed we're gonna check with basically the speed. I know it can be much optimized this way. I do it now the wrong way. As you can see, it's sinking into the ground because the collision is not correct now. But we do fall. So you know what? The game has been crashing right now. So alright. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make it other. I'm gonna fix this. So we're just gonna use the y, and then do wait. We're gonna check for the gravity and not the v speed, and then put the gravity on 0. and then have like this gone. Now it should be working. Let's have a look. Alright, so we have one problem. The v-speed isn't going up. So the gravity is actually gonna need to go faster. So gravity equals gravity plus gravity. Now it should be faster. I will make it different later, but this just so we have an working thingy. Alright, that's obviously not working. Alright, this is gonna fall and it's gonna stick to the ground. And we can make this faster, so the effect is better to see. So you see the waffle fall and then you can pick it up. Not yet, but you can see it's falling. And if we have 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth, and then one more, 5. So we have 5 waffles right now, and the timer is gone off. So it's not gonna spawn anymore unless we gonna destroy one of these. But we cannot destroy it right now because I didn't implement that. So basically, in this video, in this devlog video, you see how we've put the waffle spawning mechanism in, and you see how I made the waffles fall. So basically, that's not really the best way to make it yet, because we didn't pay attention or didn't pay too much time to it. So I will refine that later, but you will see that in later episodes. But I think this is actually really good, and yeah, it's really really quite cool. And now you can see the progress of also fixing bugs, because we see a problem and we're fixing. We're gonna look at where the problem is and then we fix it. So I think this is a really good way to see it, because we had a little bit unexpected moments and we fixed it really good. So yeah, this is actually working, and I'm very happy with it. How the way it is right now. So basically, what I can do right now is one thing, because I really want to do it right now. So we're gonna make the collision for the waffle. So basically, with other instance destroy. This should delete the waffle. You see, it's deleting the waffle. So for now, this is a good way to delete the waffle, but of course you will need to put in that you can get like special points to it, because we don't get nothing. We get nothing if we deleting it. So basically, this is the starting of the game. So it's gonna slowly fall, and then let's keep going faster down, and then in the end it's gonna be stuck on the ground. So what I want to do in the next episode, I want to make the point system, and also I want to make it like that they're going up and down like an idle animation. So because this is a little bit boring, you see, and maybe we can do even a little effect when it's on the ground falling. So it's gonna like putting some smoke in it or something. But we can do that later, and also the graphics we can do that later. But I think this is a fun way to mess around with. So what we also need to do, basically, to make this video even longer than it already is, we need to synchronize this object with other screens, because only the server is gonna see this. So yeah, that's also a thing we need to do. So there's lots of things we need to do. We need to make the health, we need to make this. So we will do that in the next episode. And I think I will see you in the next episode, I hope. And then, so I see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.